Welcome back, Titans fans, to my random and meaningless series counting down the greatest free agent signings in Titans history. This is going to be part 2, so if you missed part 1, then it doesn't matter. But here is a recap of sorts, anyway, of where we are so far on this top 10. Okay then, let's get the ball rolling with part 2, counting down numbers 5 through 1. In the season prior to his signing, the Titans' defense gave up a league-high 33 touchdown passes and finished with the third fewest interceptions with 9. But hope was reestablished in the secondary that offseason, as the team nearly doubled its interception number in 2006 to 17, led by the newly acquired safety himself with 5. In total, for his time as a Titan, Chris Hope snagged 16 interceptions. He recorded 40 passes defensed, 5 fumble recoveries, and 4 sacks, to go along with 455 total tackles. He was productive, he was accountable, and he was all over the field. He earned a Pro Bowl berth in the 2008 campaign as part of a lockdown secondary who'd only surrender 12 passing touchdowns all season. In just a couple of years, he helped transform one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL to one of the best. At number 4, with the departures of the likes of Javon Kearse and Kevin Carter, the Titans were in need of a D lineman to bring back that defensive presence on the edge. And that's what they got with the signing of Kyle Vanden Bosch in 2005. The Titans probably didn't realize they had struck gold at the time, as Vanden Bosch started his career with 3 unremarkable years with the Arizona Cardinals as he battled injuries off and on. However, in just 5 years, from 2005 to 2009, Vanden's squash tallied 38.5 sacks, good for second most in the Titans era behind Javon Kearse. His 14 forced fumbles are third all-time for a Titan, and his 12.5 sacks in 05 and 12 in 07 ranked tied for second and third all-time in a season for a Titan. The 3-time Pro Bowler was a key part of what is likely the best front four the Titans have ever fielded. His key trait was his relentless pursuing of the ball carrier no matter where he was on the field. He could run down a play from 80 yards away if he had to. I don't think he ever did that, but he would try, at least, and that's what's important. And if only that kind of mentality rubbed off on another particular defensive lineman. He's got the production, he's got the attitude, and most importantly, he has that look of a WWE superstar. But we're glad he chose to play football, and his successful stint with the Titans has earned him the number 4 spot on our best free agent signings. In our short history, the Titans haven't had a lot of success at the wide receiver position, aside from a couple exceptions. However, in 2009, that changed with our 3rd best free agent signing in Titans history, with Nate the Great Washington. Coming over from the 2008 Super Bowl win with the Steelers, Washington played for the Titans from 2009 to 2014, otherwise known as the Dark Ages, or the Plague, or the Famine, whatever you want to call it. In his Titan tenure, Nate caught 307 passes for 4,591 yards and 28 touchdowns. And for those keeping track, his yardage ranks 3rd most as a Titan, behind Derek Mason and Frank Wycheck, and his touchdowns rank 2nd, only behind Mason. However, some of Mason and Wycheck's numbers carry over from the Houston and Tennessee Oiler days, so he's actually closer to them on that list as a quote-unquote Titan. Unfortunately, Nate never sniffed the postseason with us, but he was one of the very few bright spots on the team during those years. Playing with the QB carousel of Vince Young, Kerry Collins, Jake Locker, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Zach Mettenberger, and an elderly Matt Hasselbeck, Washington realized he was the only reliable piece of the offense.
How much you want it? How what you gonna do with it? Huh? What you gonna do with it? It's right there for the taking, Nate. What's up? You gonna seize your opportunity, you gonna wait till you get home and miss it. Let's go.
In the 2011 season, Washington had the best season of his career, breaking the ever-elusive 1,000-yard mark for a Titan receiver. He was the first Titan to accomplish that feat since 2004, when Mason and Bennett both eclipsed it. So thank you for your services during the bleak and joyless and tumultuous Titan era, Nate. Not to be overdramatic or anything. You are definitely one of the best free agent signings this franchise has ever made. All right, we are on the home stretch in this list of Titans free agent greats. Our number 2 spot goes to the incomparable Kevin Mawae. On his last stop in his already prolific NFL career, Mawae came to the Titans in 2006 for his 13th NFL season, and he would continue to build on his already Hall of Fame caliber resume.
Hey, for the next 60 minutes, 3.5 hours, whatever it takes, we're going to dominate up front, we're going to dominate our special teams, we're going to dominate in the backfield, we're going to kick their ass. Titans on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's my center. That's my center. Spearheading one of the nastiest O-lines ever witnessed by the NFL world, he bullied defenders and dragged them through the dirt. Mawae was a tone setter, a trash talker, an old-school Polynesian bully, giving the rebuilding Titans an identity again that it had been sorely missing. He was also the general on the line, coordinating blocking assignments and recognizing blitzes, which surely aided to the young but soon-to-be stud tackles Michael Roos and David Stewart. In 2005, the team failed to have a running back surpass the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in Titans history, but Mawae got the running game back on track with his arrival, helping Travis Henry eclipse the milestone in 2006, Lindell White in 2007, Chris Johnson in 2008, and then CJ2K in 2009. In 2008, Mawae was voted to the Pro Bowl as well as a first-team All-Pro, which was the third of his career. And again, he was selected to the Pro Bowl in 2009. Retiring after blocking for a 2,000-yard rusher in Chris Johnson, you could reasonably make the argument that Chris Johnson's 2,000-yard season doesn't happen without Mawae. Kevin Mawae was a key reason for the quickly rebuilt Titans and their return to relevancy and to the playoffs in the 2007 and 2008 seasons. A great Titan and an eventual Hall of Famer, Mawae is our second best free agent signing in Titans history. For the number 1 free agent signing in Titans history, standing at 6'2", 248 pounds, out of Central Missouri State, number 82, Delanie Walker! Yeah, you probably already guessed it, and there might be some recency bias, but really, no. It's undeniable. I'm calling it. Even without being finished dealing damage as a Titan, tight end Delanie Walker is the greatest free agent signing in Titans history.
Yeah! Yeah!
Walker has witnessed the final chapter of Jake Locker and Mike Munchak, the Whisenhunt dumpster fires of 2014 and 2015, the rebuild with Malarkey, the vanquishing of Malarkey, and now the ascension to greatness with Vrabel, which hasn't happened yet, but it will. Serving as a backup tight end and special teams player in San Francisco for 7 seasons, no one anticipated his late career emergence as one of the best tight ends in the league. In his 5 short seasons as a Titan, Walker has accumulated 356 receptions, 4,156 yards, and 26 touchdowns. He only trails Washington by 1 touchdown and Frank Wycheck by 2 touchdowns. And he's only 800 yards away from passing both of them in yards as well. So by the time he's finished here, he's got a good chance to be the second all-time leading receiver in Titans history. But the crazy part is that he's only played 76 games with us compared to the guys ahead of him. 96 for Washington, 137 for Wycheck, and 122 for D. Mace. Walker has the speed and hands of a wide receiver and the strength of a tight end. In the 3 of his 5 seasons here, Walker led the team in receiving yards, including a career high for a tight end in franchise history, which is 1,088 receiving yards in 2015. Despite playing some seasons with receivers and running backs who, let's say, left something to be desired, Walker has consistently gotten the job done, making clutch plays and clutch moments and proving time and again that the team can lean on him when nothing else is going right. He is not only the leader with his on-field production, but the emotional leader. He brings the swagger, the identity. He's the embodiment of the team-first mindset.
That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about, boy! That's why you the leader!
Even though the team has brought in help the past couple seasons with quality running backs and receivers, the go-to weapon for this offense still remains a tight end who will turn 34 this season. A guy who both talks the talk and walks the walk, even when it's to a wall.
I love y'all.
He's been the example and the professional that this organization has needed and been blessed to have the past 5 years. If the Titans continue on this upward trajectory, Walker should and would be deserving of an induction into the Titans Ring of Honor. That's how much I feel like he's impacted this franchise.
You lose.
And there you have it, the top 10 greatest free agent signings in Titans history. It's crazy. It happened so fast. So fast. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked the list. Let us know what you think about it in the comments below. And go Titans. And tighten up. And go Titans.
Are you following me? Yeah, you are. I'm gonna stay over here.